And we're off. It's Sunday. Welcome to Run Free and Strong. I'm Reto. We're in the back of Brookfield High School in Brookfield, Connecticut for the Steep Endurance 8 Hours at the Farm timed event. We're just a couple of minutes from the start, 8 a.m. And as you can see over my shoulder, it's a drop bag area and it's nicely filled in. Small local race, but pretty good attendance. And we're off. There were 3 reasons that I registered for the Steep Endurance 8 Hours at the Farm event. First, I wanted to try a timed event and learn how these differ from the more traditional distance events. Second, I wanted to support a local, made in Connecticut trail race. And finally, third, I wanted to reignite my internal fire to train hard after my Yeti 100 miler was canceled and I deferred my Kodiak 50K to next year. Sunday's events included an 8-hour event, a 4-hour event, and a single loop event. I registered for the 8-hour event and planned to run 6 to 8 loops, each measuring 4¼ miles with 650 feet of vert. The course meanders through Gursky Farm, Williams Park, and Brookfield High School and consists of single track, wider trails, and grass fields. Parts of the course are very technical with steep climbs and descents, and roots and rocks that add to the challenge. On the first loop, everyone started fast and ran the entire loop, except a few steep sections. I completed the first loop in about 55 minutes and was in the back of the pack. I passed through the single aid station at the start-finish area and continued with the second loop. Familiarity enabled me to increase the pace and I completed a second loop in 50 minutes. I passed many runners and was feeling good. Before the third loop, I changed shirts and continued. It was on one of the steep descents where I let it rip that I tripped and fell hard. After bouncing back up and running again, I felt a twinge or slight pull at my right groin. It did not improve, and I became concerned that it may worsen if I continued pushing hard. I slowed and completed a third loop in about 65 minutes for a total time of 2 hours and 50 minutes. The total mileage was 12¾ miles, or about 21 kilometers, with 1,962 feet, or about 600 meters of vert. The overall pace, including stops, was 13:20 per mile, and the moving pace was 12:47 per mile. I was stoked to go as far and as fast as I could in 8 hours, and before my fall was on track to complete 8 loops. The glass is half full, and we won't dwell on what could have been. Let's summarize what I learned. There is no DNF in timed events. Each runner completes as much as possible, and there aren't aid station cutoffs like there are in distance events. However, being able to move well and traversing aid stations efficiently will improve the ultimate distance covered. If running a loop course, only completed loops count towards the total distance completed. Timed events attract a more diverse running community, from elites to those new to trail and ultra running, who may not be ready yet to step up to an all or none 50K or longer ultra. Although many runners had crews, but no pacers, the loop course design with aid station at the start-finish area, which was also the drop bag area, makes the timed events accessible to self-supported runners. No need for a crew. And here are a few personal lessons learned. I continue to run uphills better than downhills, and I pass runners on the climbs only to be passed back on the descents. Based on the canyons and Verbia races, and this one, I feel my climbing ability is quite good. However, I will continue to work on both strengths and weaknesses, and that includes doing so while reducing injury risk from falls. My lactate threshold and VO2 max workouts have not only improved my pace on trails, but my running form and my neuromusculoskeletal system, or the brain's ability to send signals to muscles and bones. Last week, we completed 20th weekly track workout since my son Christian started coaching me in May. I'm training and racing as a keto athlete with one major caveat. I'm not strictly keto, but keto friendly, which enables me to maintain ketosis during training and has supercharged my races with simple carbs such as potato chips and Coke. Today I was able to race almost 3 hours without fueling, and had I not fallen and continued to complete the fourth loop, I would have run about 4 hours without fueling. Thereafter, I would have started to fuel myself with carbs. As a reference, for breakfast I ate 4 eggs and 4 strips of bacon. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed this quick update of my first timed event, and let me know in the comments below whether you've tried a timed event and what you thought of your experience. For more content like this, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.